particle of mass m along a straight line under the action of a constant force. Show that the impulse delivered to the particle over a time interval t, or change in t, is equal to the change in linear momentum. All right. So how do we break this down? First of all, the impulse delivered over a period of time t is defined as J is equals to force multiplied by the change in t. So this means that time is changing, hence we can introduce an integral from time 1 to time 2, or t initial and t final, of force F and dt, because we're giving time respect in this case. All right, so we'll come back to this. Now let's restart the whole thing again. Newton's second law of motion states that force is a product of mass times acceleration. This is something that we know. Then force is equals to mass. What do we know about acceleration? It's a change in velocity with respect to time. So A is dv dt. Acceleration is just dv dt. I can write this so that it looks like this: m dv over dt. If I cross multiply, then f dt is equals to m dv. Now, on the left-hand side of this equation, we're giving respect to time. On the right-hand side, we're giving respect to velocity. So I can bring in integrals on both sides. So I can say the integral from t1 to t2 of force dt is equals to, this side we're giving respect to v, so we're going to say the integral from v1 to v2 m. Now this mass is a constant, so I think it's better if we write it like this. Mass is a constant, so we can push it outside the integral. So we have the integral of v1 to v2, then the only thing remaining with is dv, like that. Now, if you look carefully, you can clearly see that the integral that we have here is the same as what we have here, meaning that we can replace this whole thing with j. Now remember, j is impulse. So this means that impulse j is equals to mass times the integral from v1 to v2 of dv. If I integrate to what we have on the right hand side, the integral of this is simply v. Okay, just a minute, let me write it properly. So the integral of dv is simply v with units, or rather with limits, from v1 to v2. So j is equals to mass. Integrating this now, we're just going to replace. So the replacement will be, where there's v, I replace with the v2. Where there's v1, where there's v again, I replace with v1, like that. So j is equals to m times v, to be m v2 minus m v1, like that. Now, mass times velocity is momentum. So j is equals to, so this is momentum 2. This here is momentum 1. And this clearly shows the change in momentum. So I can now write this as the change in momentum. So there we have it. Remember, the question said, show that the impulse is equals to the change in linear momentum. So that's what we have here. I hope it's okay.